One of my greatest memories in high school was some of my Greek friends. They always tried to teach me some Greek. So this is my attempt to teach someone Greek something about their culture. My subscribers already know about ancient symbolism, so it should be easy for them to follow along. Let's get into the first one. Starting at the 9, going all the way down to the 7, you'll see coiled serpents in the form of gnosis and showing the tuning fork at the bottom. That 9 represents the 9 planets. The 5 you can see with your naked eye: Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury. The Sun and Moon made 7. Uranus and Neptune makes 9. The serpent represents the gnosis, and the tuning fork represents the access your body must have to the planets by matching frequencies. From the number 7 going on up equals 7 for 7 planets. Bottom right from the 7, you'll see some rings at the side of the shirt that count 7 for the 7 planets. To the bottom left, you'll see this DNA strand kind of thing, which is actually just a frequency. I've shown you this in Egypt and it mirrors it. So I have a note right there to remind myself for later. This way I can show you a comparison. But the frequency waves count 7 for 7 planets. If we zoom in at the bottom, you'll see 9 separate to the side. Directly under the guy's hand, you'll see 6, and 1 in his hand makes 7. So you have representation for the 9 and 7 planets. You see 3 on her back for the 3 kings, 7 on her crown for the 7 planets, 5 on the necklace for the 5 planets. Notice the bow in her hand. There's 3 on each side of her hand, which makes her hand the number 7. Here's another country proving that when you use the energies of the planets, you can create anything you want. Here's a Pegasus. At the top, you have the symbol for the 5 planets with the as above, so below line. So 5 planets on each side. At the very shoulder of the vase, you'll see that it has teardrops coming down, which counts 12 for 12 constellations. And then you see in the bottom left the symbol for the 9 planets. Starting from the helmet, you'll see white, red, and then white. That counts 5. This represents the 5 planets. Underneath that, you see that frequency wave going down the braid. Matching your frequencies to the planets is how you get access to them. Take your time to pause and count her hair curls down. I have 9 there. This represents the 9 planets. You see some leaves with the 7 representation, some with the 5. It's all planet representation. At the bottom of her garment, you'll notice I ran out of markers, so I started labeling things at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, should say 4, 5, 6, then 7. Every detail is important. Even her garments that drape count 7. Right behind the back arm, you see the number 8 going up to the number 9, which is that white circle that's in the back of his head. His necklace beads count 7, 7 on the sleeve of his arm, and then 3 representation in the cup. Now, if you count the leaves, it counts 6. When you add the finger and the stem to the equation, it forms 7 and the tuning fork shape. Counting from the outer rim all the way to the middle, you'll count 9 for the 9 planets. The outskirt, you'll see a matrix net. The next level, you'll see a teardrop with the symbol for 7 planets used as etches. Next level, you see the frequency pattern. Then you get to the center. You'll see 7 on the bird's wing and more 3 symbolism. At the top of the plate, you'll see the 3 symbolism for the 3 kings. Add the 4 gnosis spirals, and then you'll have a total of 7 for 7 planets. You see the 9 next to it when you count that shape. I wrote frequency over his pants or skirt, showing the pattern running through his body. In yellow, I left the symbol for the 5 planets. The floor the soldiers are standing on has a as above, so below down the middle, which makes 7 to the right for 7 planets. Under the 7, you have 12 for the 12 constellations. Notice at the top of the harp, you have 3 on each side. The middle makes 7, the menorah shape. I've also marked leaves that have the 5 symbol, 7 symbol, 9 symbol, and 12 constellations. I've told you in my short video they use leaves as planet representation. More leaves with the 9 planets or 7 planets. Once you start at the top, where the bird is, you see a circle around it. It has 12. Every detail is important. The bird's tail, 7. The guy below him has 9 in his hair. You see the 3 for the 3 kings representation, and also the 5 for the 5 planets you can see with your naked eye. And if you don't know by now that the X represents the 5 planets, which turned into the cross, you're obviously new. And just so everyone knows, my day ones are so advanced they could run my show for me at this point. Now this one's a really busy picture. We'll take it easy, take our time. Far right, the lady has a 7 beaded necklace. She also has the 3 representation in her earrings. Next to her, you see another 7 going towards a cornstalk. If you count that 2 fork, that would make 8, 9, and those 3 dots, 10, 11, 12. So you have a symbol for 7 planets, 9 planets, and 12 constellations all in one. Underneath the woman to the back, you'll see 4 on each side, and then the middle makes 9, a mark 9. The other side of that, you'll see 7 beads. You'll also see the cross down there, which represents the 5 planets. The leaves to the left are kind of tricky, but you have to follow the ones that are all pointing up. Then you'll count 9. Underneath the top layer, you'll count 9 at the bottom. For the leaves that are pointing down, that's red. Then you'll see 5 white leaves mixed in with the red ones for 5 planets. Even the headband she's wearing sitting down has a tuning fork shape at the bottom of them. Feel free to pause and count these leaves. Starting at the bottom, you'll count 5, representing the 5 planets. Over his chalice, you count to the left, you'll get 9. The top ones are red, so you count those alone, it makes 5. And then you'll count a vine in front of the woman going down her face, that counts 5. And of course, the symbol at the top equals 9 planets. It's pretty much the same deal with this one. If you want to pause at any moment and do your count, but I labeled each section for you. Even the woman's dress has a as above, so below with the 7. You'll also see a frequency wave in that cup or chalice he may be holding. The lion's mane shows the frequency wave. He also has a 5 scratch on his side. All of the leaves are labeled to the right number. To the left under the 12, you see that ripple wave again for frequency. 12 constellations on the soldier on the ground in his helmet. You'll see 5 in the beard with lightning zag line. You'll see 7 in the mustache across his face. 5 on the other soldier's helmet. He also has a 3 king symbol on the top of his headband. From the top, you see 6 grouped together with the yellow equator line. We count 7 for 7 planets. It's just a as above, so below line. So you have a representation for the 7 planets, and you have a representation for the 12 constellations with the 6 above and 6 below. Counting from the edge of the plate all the way to the center, you'll have 9 rings. I labeled the 7 lines I saw inside the fish. Then you see 5 people representing the 5 planets. And something else that comes from Egypt, you see the serpent at the head, which represents wisdom, gnosis, being unlocked. Now, anyone that knows a pharaoh knows that they have serpents at the head. So I just thought, just bring the symbol for water so you can see that same pattern we saw in Greece. We already discussed that this does not mean water, it means a frequency wave because we matched it around the whole entire planet. So once again, our translations are not what we think. This flag represents the 5 planets because we know what the cross represents. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury. They have 5 blue stripes for the 5 planets, and then you have 4 white stripes. 5 and 4 equals 9 planets. It's no different than my flag. We both have blue lapis lazuli, the color of the stone that sent the information of how to save humanity from the flood. The entire world honors this color. Our symbol stands for the 7 planets. The hexagon sits right in the middle, just like it does on Saturn, at the North Pole of Saturn. Just like the hexagon at the North Pole, the cube of Saturn sits right in the middle. I haven't forgot about you, Greece. I will make it to your temples soon. And then we can decode it together on this channel. Until next time, guys, and remember to treat each other well. Saturn is watching. Saturn's always watching.